Hello everybody. So a while ago I mentioned that I work on some side project which is called Cayrex Lab. And this Cayrex Lab is some battery focused website which will help some beginners and anyone which is interested into the battery technology. And actually here in this Cayrex Lab website you can find some different battery chemistries and some basic knowledge about the batteries. But the website is still in this beta phase, which means that I need to work a little bit more on the website, and in the future I will also add more battery chemistries. And now I think that it will be better if I switch to my screen record and together we can explore the Cayrex Lab website. And now we are officially on my Cayrex Lab website. So like I said in the beginning, here you will find some different battery chemistries. Also some knowledge about the batteries, especially on some zinc-based batteries. Because in my research I'm heavily focused into development of zinc-based batteries. For this reason I also add this section in this chapter 4, which are the most common problems and also possible solutions of zinc-based batteries. But let's start from the beginning. So in the chapter 1 you will find all sorts of different battery chemistries, from zinc air, zinc iodine, zinc bromine, lead acid, and so on. And in case that you want to have a little bit more information about some typical battery, let's say that you want to know a little bit more about this zinc iodine battery, then you just click on this section and here you get a little bit more data about this battery. So first what you will see will be some graphical cross section of the battery cell. Then here you will get some information, some reactions, some typical voltage and some typical energy density of this battery, how the cell is created or how the cell is made, and some advantages and disadvantages of this type of battery. Then another example will be, let's say, zinc bromine flow battery. So again, for the start you will see this graphical cross section of the battery, some information, reactions, typical voltage and typical energy density of this zinc bromine flow battery, how the cell is made, and advantages and disadvantages of this battery. So really nice. Then in the chapter 2 I have some comparison between different battery chemistries, like for example lead acid battery, lithium ion battery with this NMC chemistry, LFP lithium ion battery, zinc bromine flow battery, vanadium redox flow battery, and I also include my APC battery. And yeah, here you will get some basic comparison between all these battery chemistries. Then on the chapter 3 we have some battery basics. So what is some voltage, some capacity, energy, Coulombic efficiency, and so on, and everything comes with some examples that you get better understanding. Then more data you will find over here. So what is some BMS, what is some CCTV, charging protocol, cycle life, and much more. And then in the chapter 4, like I said previously, because I'm heavily focused into development of zinc-based batteries, for this reason I also create this section where I include the most common problems of zinc-based batteries, with possible solutions of course. So from zinc dendrites, hydrogen evolution, shape change, passivation, and so on. Then over here you also you will also get the idea how to charge some zinc-based battery in the correct way. So instead of charging some zinc-based battery with constant current and constant voltage, which is typically some charging profile for lithium-ion batteries, instead of this, you need to charge your zinc-based battery with constant current and with capacity cut off. Then over here you have some recommendations and some example with some zinc bromine static cell. Then over here you also have some comparison between these two charging protocols. And then in the chapter 4, which is meant for the community projects, which means that in case that you have some interesting battery project and you want to share with the public, then you can do over here. But at this moment, this is not active yet. This will come in the future. But like I said, in case that you want to share your battery project, then you can do this over here. So when you submit your project, then your project will be available in the chapter 4, which is over here. And yeah, I also include my APC battery project with a little bit of information. But in case that you want to have a little bit more information about my APC battery project, then you can go to my original website, which is cayrex.net, or you simply click on this button. So right now I'm on my website, and here you will get a little bit more information about my APC battery project with the updates. But yeah, the APC battery project is not the only project which I'm working on, because over here I also have the Hyperflow battery. So really quick, what is a Hyperflow battery? The Hyperflow battery is a multi-material battery which can work on many different zinc-based electrolytes without any change on the battery or the cells, which means that you can upgrade, refresh or change the chemistry of the Hyperflow battery only by swapping with the new upgraded electrolyte. And then the Hyperflow battery can also operate in this static mode and the hybrid flow mode. But because the Hyperflow battery project is a little bit more complex, for this reason right now I'm more focused into development of the APC battery. So the APC battery is some static version of the Hyperflow battery, which means that the APC battery uses the same technology which is used in the Hyperflow battery, but the entire battery and cell construction is strictly made in this static version. The APC battery can also operate with different zinc-based electrolytes, which means that you can change the chemistry or you can refresh or upgrade your APC battery only by swapping the old electrolyte with the new upgraded electrolyte without any change on the battery. And just for example, so if some upgraded version of the electrolyte is developed and this upgraded electrolyte will give the APC battery, let's say 20% more capacity, then only what you need to do is to replace the old electrolyte with the new upgraded electrolyte, and the APC battery will have 20% more capacity. So the idea behind the APC battery is to have some sort of battery which can be upgraded mainly by swapping off the electrolytes. And now we go to the chapter 6, which is the molarity calculator. So over here with this calculator you can calculate your molarity of your reagents when you put together, for example, some electrolyte. So over here you have all sorts of reagents which you can use in your battery projects. Just for example, I will choose let's say zinc chloride, and in my case I want to prepare myself some 3 mole of zinc chloride electrolyte. So in this target molarity, which is over here, I will type in 3 because I want to have 3 mole of zinc chloride in 1 liter of solution, which means that for 3 mole of zinc chloride I need to add 408.9 grams of zinc chloride into 1 liter of water. But in most cases, for the research, preparing 1 liter of electrolyte is a little bit too much. For this reason, you can set here to 0.1, which is 100 milliliters, or you can switch here from liters to milliliters. Then over here you need to add 100 milliliters. So in this case, if I want to have 100 milliliters of 3 mole of zinc chloride, I need to add 40.9 grams of zinc chloride into 100 milliliters of water. And then over here you have the opposite, because here will tell you how much molarity you will get if you add, I don't know, this and these grams of some reagent to, I don't know, 100 milliliters of water. So in this case, if I use again the zinc chloride, and in this case if I add, let's say, 31 grams of zinc chloride into 100 milliliters of water, then I have 2.2 moles. And yeah, we are already on the bottom of this website. For the last, I also include some supporting section, which some people can support me with some different donations if they want. So if you don't want, no panic at all, because I will also be really happy if people will support me by subscribing on my YouTube channel. And yeah, actually that's it. So like I said, this website is in this beta state, which means that I will include more different battery chemistries and more informations about the batteries in the future. And in case that you find some mistakes, then please let me know in the comment section, because I will try to fix it. But for now, that's it. And yeah, we see us in the next video. Bye.